To wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to your practice. This is an invigorating and illuminating experience with the invitation to surrender to the rhythm. We'll begin in Tadasana, grounding through the 2 feet. Take your right palm to your heart, left palm to your lower belly, and turn the gaze to the internal infinite space within. Get connected to the ever-present flow of your breath. Feel for its tidal rhythm, the rise, the fall, the opening, close, the expansion and contraction, this constant pulsation that is ultimately emanating your life. Feel yourself anchor within your breathing. Get steady, grounded, connected. Take your 2 hands to prayer, and we'll draw upon the essence of abhyasa to endeavor to be in a constant, steady effort, maintaining a peaceful and a calm mind. Turn your palms to face up in this gesture of offering. We offer up our efforts to the well-being of others. Arms by side will begin. Ground through your 2 feet. Inhale, arms lift. As the hands connect, a gesture of offering. And as you exhale, sweetly forward fold. Navel draws in, the crown releases. Keep the legs nice and bright as you lengthen the spine forward, opening, expanding heart. Step your left leg back, land in a lunge. Feel your right hip drop down. Feel it hook in towards the center line. Press out through your back heel, drive the heart forward. Gather and inhale. Exhale, lower down the knee, arms rise, low anjane asana. Move with the breath. Let the breath mold you. Feel that upward motion from the earth up and then come forward. Frame the foot. Tuck your back toe and the right leg glides seamlessly up. Open up your hip, bend the top knee. Keep the shoulders square as you do this. And then extend the right leg, lower down, downward facing dog. Reset yourself as you need. Keep the downward facing dog long. And then ripple your spine forward. Come to Dandasana, high plank. I'm holding you here to ground you. Root down through your palms. Feel the navel float up so the kidney wings spread. Tailbone lengthens to your heels. And then you exhale, lower down to the earth. Untuck your toes. Lift the heart. Broaden through the collarbones, long through the neck. And then exhale, soften to the earth. And come to Danda Pranam. Take this moment to set down the thoughts. That continuous spiral that we can often get caught in, and take this moment to set it down. Come back to the rise and the fall. And then gently moving your way to downward facing dog. Many options to get there. And then I'm going to ask you to breathe in for a count of 5, breathe out for a count of 5. We'll feel like this. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and then you'll tiptoe your feet towards your hands. Lengthen up the spine, halfway lift. Exhale to dive into the space within. Inhale, come up. Urdhva Hastasana, hands connect. Exhale, arms widen, and hands move towards prayer at the center of your heart. Inhale, arms lift. Tailbone lengthens, front ribs flow in and down. Exhale, swan dive forward. And long through the spine. Feel the quadricep muscle lifting. Step your right leg back, land to a lunge. Lengthen up the spine. Feel a firmness through your back leg. Left hip hooks in towards the center line. The neck is long, the belly is soft, heart is open. Lower down your back knee and the arms rise, low anjane asana. Feel that lift, feel the expansion. And then opening the arms, widening the shoulder girdle, come forward, frame the foot. Sweeping action with the inhale, go all the way up. And the breath turns over, bend the top knee, keep grounded through your right heel. Keep your shoulders square as you do this, and then straighten up the leg, lower down, downward dog. Let the inhale navigate you forward, high plank. Long through the neckline, gaze is forward. Belly slightly hugging in. Legs are strong. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Untuck your toes, lift the heart. And as you exhale, melting into Danda Pranam. Again, the offering here is to have a willingness to soften, a willingness to let go of non-constructive thoughts. Let it release through your out-breath, and then move quietly towards downward facing dog. Get connected to the sacred space within. Get grounded within your breath. 5 counts to inhale, 5 counts to exhale. Feel the heart here awakening through your breath. And then you'll tiptoe your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold it all in, strong legs, soft neck, unclenching the mind, and then bend into your knees, chair pose. Arms rise, bend into your knees a little more generously, and then just feel your tip of the tailbone lengthen down. Naturally, the front of the pelvis will lift. Feel the navel lift to the heart to the crown, and then exhale to bow forward to the light. And then lengthening the spine, halfway lift. Step your left leg back, land in a lunge. Take your time, see if you can draw that movement out so it's controlled. And then take a breath in, and out 5 counts to exhale as you bow. Right hip draws back, release the neck, chin draws in towards heart. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue, bending into the knee. Keep the back leg firing. Folding it all in, feel the contraction on the exhale. Chin slightly draws in, sealing off the throat. And then come back forward. Ground through the back foot, and you'll rise up to Virabhadrasana A. Interlace the palms. Turn your palms to flip up. That's going to create lots of space there through the kidneys and the adrenals. Dive into the fire of your front leg. And as you inhale, let the breath be nice and expansive. And then as you exhale, gently draw the navel towards the left. Keep grounded equally through both legs, but especially through your back leg. Let the breath continue to move through you, creating space. Remain in your Vira 1, just interlace the hands behind you, straighten up the front leg, and then deliciously open up through the front chain. Rebend into the leg, fold. So you're in your humble warrior. Try not to overlock the elbows, keep a slight micro bend. It's much kinder on those shoulders. You release. Revolve twist. Right arm moves up towards the sky. Feel that plank in your back leg. Right hip gently down. You'll turn to your left. Skandasana can be high or a low variation. Depends on your hips, how you feel. Press into the fingertips. A little firmness to that right leg. Ground through the right heel, toning the hamstring. And then you'll turn to your right. Lower down the back knee. Inhale, arms rise, low Anjaneyasana. Exhale, this floating variation. Extend your right leg, right toes flex, reach forward. And then you'll go again. Inhale, moving rhythmically, low Anjaney. As you exhale, open your arms. You can take the hands to the earth, or you have them reaching off the earth, moving forward. Right toes flex. Again, inhale to move upward. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, right toes flexing, right hip pulling back. then the fingertips land. Adjust as you need so that the hips align over the knee joint. Draw the heart forward, and then as you exhale, lengthen through the neckline, even slightly drawing the chin towards the heart. And now come back to an even, steady breath. Good. You'll take your right knee back, and you'll set this up for a dolphin. This is a stage 1 to 2 practice, so I'm just going to be demonstrating dolphin here. Forearms ground, hands spread, toes walk in. We're creating this long linear line through the spine. Ensure that the shoulders are spreading open, the scapulae widening, and there's this active relationship with the earth. So you're pressing down, you'll feel the rebound up the legs and the spine, giving you space. This isn't just about the asana, this is all in your breath. Find that evenness. And then you'll gently walk out of it. Walk your toes back. Come to a forearm plank, navel lifted. Feel the strength, a firmness, but equally a softness. And then exhale, melt it all the way down. Untuck your toes to a sphinx. Heart rises forward and through. Exhale breath, you'll let it all go. You'll interlace your hands behind you. And get ready for Shalambhasana. Legs are strong. Flare all 10 toes. Heart opening. Keep the elbows soft. The legs are like a powerful tail reaching behind you, heart moving forward, and then let it go. Hands ground, lift, upward facing dog. Slow motion, downward facing. Really feel your legs here, as if they're pulling you out of your hands. Fall back under the spell of your breath. Tiptoe your feet to the top of the mat. Feet apart or together, lengthen, and then fold in. Bend into your knees, chair pose, arms rise. This time, come a little deeper into your seat. Have a steadiness in your gaze and within the breath, and then let it all release. Forward fold. Extend the spine, halfway lift. Float your right leg back. Anticipate the landing so it's a light touchdown lunge. We're in a fingertip lunge. We'll pulsate here. Take a breath in. 5 counts to exhale, moving the leg towards straight. Left hip draws back just a touch. And then inhale, nice and smooth, like you're drawing it all out. And then exhale, savor every sensation as you fold in towards the self. And then you'll do that one more time. Come back forward, bend into your front knee. Place your back foot down, ground to rise. So always a sensation of building from the ground up. Virabhadrasana 1, interlace your palms, turn the palms to flip up. This is to give you spaciousness through the back body. Feel yourself rising out of the pelvic bowl, yet remain grounded within your legs. Full inhale. You can see if you can prolongate the exhale. And then you'll interlace the hands behind you, straighten up the front leg. And then sweetly bowing forward, humble warrior. Ensure there's a slight bend within the elbows. Let the neck go completely. Let that go. Revolve twist. Left arm rises, right fingertips are down. Draw the left hip slightly down and the right hip elevates. And then turn to your right. Skandasana. High or low experience. Always protecting that knee. And ground through the left heel. Feel that left hamstring toning. And then you'll meander all the way to the left. Lower down your back knee and we'll prepare for this rhythmic pulsation. So inhale, rising, ground through the front foot, lift. And then as you exhale, left leg moves towards straight. So it's Ardha Hanuman, a variation of hands or no hands. I'm letting you choose. Inhale, rise. And then as you exhale, as the left leg straightens, you got to flex the toes, firm the quadricep muscle, and then go again. Inhale, rising, keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale, molds you forward, inward. Fingertips land, Ardha Hanuman. To create the steadiness in your mind, surrender to your breathing. Set yourself up, bend the knees, hands ground, dolphin. This is round 2. Again, I'm going to stay here. If you've got Ekapada or Pinchamanarasana as part of your practice, feel free to lift and rise. Ensure that there's no objects around you, tables, chairs, even light bulbs, things above you. And just get steady. Let steadiness be the key. And then walk the feet back. You're in forearm plank. And just toning through the abdominal wall. Spin your heels to the right. Remain on your right forearm. Sweep the left arm up and over. Revitalize the left lung. And then come forward to the forearms. And then you'll switch. Move in the opposite way. Gather a full breath in. Exhale, lower down. Untuck your toes. Heart rises. Sphinx. Let everything drop. Bend your knees and flex your feet when you do this. If this isn't available, you're going to keep your legs extended back and behind you for Shalabhasana. Otherwise, Dhanurasana, flexed feet. And just begin with the thighs grounding so you feel it more through the front of the chest. Keep the neck nice and long and then really press into your cans. Feel yourself lifting, but also ensure that your breath is free flowing, no obstruction. And then let it go. Come back to Danda Pranam. You can roll the hips side to side just to neutralize the lower back. And you'll lift to upward facing dog, to child's pose. And then as you sit down, you'll take your legs to Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together. Feel a slight pressure between them, knees are wide, and then you'll either remain upright or you'll walk the hands forward. Keep the sit bones grounded as you do this. Use props, whatever you need to give you comfort. If you're really restricted in the hips, I do recommend placing a bolster underneath you. And apologies, not a bolster, but a blanket. Just let everything drop. And creating a little more space by reaching the fingertips forward if you're in the fold, and letting the exhale drop you in to an even deeper dimension. So the idea is that we're moving towards the most subtle part within. Moving away from the distraction, the illusion, and moving towards what's real. Come to your seat, take your legs forward, reach your arms up, flex your toes, and as you exhale, come forward. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then as you exhale, fold. Take a couple of long, deep breaths here. Let them be nourishing, guiding you back to the remembrance that you are whole and complete exactly as you are, amidst constant winds of change. There is a stillness that is always within you, that is always present. It is said that Purusha means that you are always at rest in the city of your body. Gently rise, remain with this inward attention. And you'll lay yourself out to Shavasana, the mudra that represents surrender. To begin that process, take a deep breath in. Open up the mouth to release, soften the jaw, feel your whole body melt. And really this becomes the invitation to rest in your natural state. The mind dissolves into the luminous heart. Your whole being rests in the inner city of life. Feel an unwavering flame right at the center of your heart, unwavered by the winds of change. Give yourself full permission to let go. The sounds of the waves soothe the soul. Sit tall. Feel your sit bones earthing down. And through that apana, that feeling of moving downward, you'll generate that feeling of moving upward and outward. So there's this sense of expansion as you sit here in quietude, in spaciousness, connected to yourself, your inner teacher. Take your hands to prayer, bowing to the eternal. Namaste.